All right. Good evening, everybody. This is Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner in Zone 6B, coming to you live and in person on this Thursday night. I hope everybody got their PJs on. You see, I'm ready. I'm not in Walmart, but I'm ready. It's been a hot, roasty, toasty one here in Ohio. I'm seeing folks popping in. I know Psalms 146, I know you'll be in the bushes. Hey, my Renaissance grandma and the retired gardener. Yes, indeedy. Unbiased LLC. What's up, girlfriend? What? Okay, well, you in the grocery store. Yeah, well, honey, they ain't stopped a lot of folks nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Cheryl Faulkner, good evening. CC, Miss Frying in Texas. Fricassee. Backyard Gardener Flow 2021. Yep, coming in saying hi. Y'all coming in hot tonight. What's up, Mike? No pun intended. Cassandra South Fulton Garden, and thank you for stopping in. Y'all gonna be saying hello to one another. Oh, what's that? Miss D's Hollywood. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Also, Nikki, my girl. What's up? I'm glad you made it in there tonight. Yes, Gina. Yes. All right. How many of y'all actually put on PJs? Okay. I know I can't see y'all, but that don't mean that you can't put your PJs on. At least play the part. Hey, daughter, Gina Jean. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, it's hot here in Ohio. Um, it been raining on and off all afternoon. I was on G Mama Groves earlier. I almost thought I was gonna have to get off because it was thundering and lightning so tough, and the rain came down and woo, country hustle. Be careful out there. I know you're driving and listening, so keep your eyes on the road, okay? And then it stopped. I took an afternoon nap, and about 5 o'clock it started raining again. Now it's stopped. So it's cloudy enough out there again. Looked like it might do some more raining. But I ran out there in between and checked my water barrels and stuff. What you say, retired gardener? You got yours? Okay, I ain't mad at you. Ooh, I feel like this. The ones I got on the night is nice and cool because it's humid here with all the rain we've been having. The humidity just been shot through the roof. It was warm, but now it's just sticky. I'll probably end up taking a shower before I go to bed just so I can cool down. We have storms over here too. Yeah, you too, CC. Yeah, it's been raining and storming. Hey, Lisa White, thank you for stopping in. PJs on and heavy rain outside. I know that's right. You good and comfortable. But Gina says she got her PJs on. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Fifi. It's nice to see you in here this evening. Fifi, between your chickens and your turkeys, you be cracking me up. Yes, indeedy. Yeah. It's been hot. Gina, I know we're in the same state. So has it been warm where you at? Because you're further south than I am. So I know you got to be hotter than me. Because I know one day you said y'all was almost up in the 90s and we hadn't even broke 70 up here in Cleveland. So I know the weather's different everywhere. TLC in the garden, that's another daughter of mine. Hey, you in the house? I see people saying hello to you. For some reason, TLC doesn't show up on my monitor. But when I see people saying hello to her, I know she's here. So everybody's giving a rundown. Mike, are you in PJs? Most men don't wear PJs. They either the birthday suits or some boxer shorts. I put it like this, the ones I know. All right. I don't know about y'all. Yes, right, CC. Tell them. Drop your channel, MSOG, so people can know where you're located at in case they come in. Want to know what's growing in what states, what they can be growing now that will do good. They can see your channel and look it up and check it out. Yeah, it's really humid here today after all this rain back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, because I know they still frying in what Texas, Arizona, parts of Georgia, Florida. Yeah, it's hitting now. Now the heat's finally hitting us. And the only thing I'm glad about the heat just now hitting us is that we're getting the rain to go with it. Anytime we get 2 days in a row that's over 80 degrees, we're guaranteed a rainstorm here in Cleveland. I don't know about other parts of Ohio, but I know here in Cleveland, if you got 2 days in a row that's over 80, we're going to get rainstorms, which gives you a chance to go out, throw some more seeds in the ground, and you don't have to worry about watering your plants so much because they're going to get well watered. I watered some early this morning because I wasn't sure. They said the rain wasn't going to hit till after 2, and it hit after 3. So it did come in. Stacy, hands in the dirt. Good evening. You got your PJs on, Stacy? Hey, Jeanette Cruz and Homestead. I didn't see you, sweetie. Slid on in there. You got your PJs on? Yes, indeed. It's hot. It's too hot to be having clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, clothes hold in extra heat. And you got to just kind of get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? I have not watered this week. Yeah, Cheryl. Yep. Cheryl, I was looking at your video too. I was enjoying you. Yeah, you got a lot of good videos going on. I mean, we got entertainment all day long. It's somebody during some hour during the course of the day doing videos if they haven't dropped some. So entertainment, we don't have a shortage on this time of the year. It'll start slowing down around about what, November, December. Indiana Jackson, 762. What's up? How's the missus doing? Yes, indeedy. Yeah. We got a lot of folks doing I seen Broke had a video there earlier. I didn't get a chance to see it. I was asleep. When it gets too warm, you don't want to wear anything. I mean, do anything. You just want to be still and be quiet. Try to stay cool. Hands in dirt wears deer pajamas. Well, he camouflages himself in the bed, scared somebody gonna hunt him down and shoot him. What? Hey, Gloria Elliott, glad you made it in this evening. Yeah, this is PJ night. I got my PJs on, and I'm nice and comfortable. Believe me, yeah, nice and airy. You got airflow everywhere. Yes, indeed. Ooh, it's too hot to wear clothes. This is when you even take the diapers off the baby and let the baby air out. It's just too hot. Even with air conditioning on, just to be comfortable. The less, the better. Whew. Yes, indeed. Even my cat. Let me tell you, that was so funny. Yesterday, it got really hot early, and I had the front door open. I shut the door. Quit letting all that hot air in the house. My cat stretched out here at the floor where it was nice and cool. She didn't move. She's like, if you ain't doing nothing, I ain't doing nothing. I just laughed at my cat. Miss Annie it was hot. She said, I can't nap in the daytime and then sleep. Oh, I can. Shoot, naps is my best friends. Granny's journal. Yeah, I'll be up all night, Cheryl. Don't think. But when it gets so hot, I have to shut down. Yeah, I do. When it gets hot, I just have to sit down, be quiet, be still, and normally when I do that, I'll doze off and go to sleep. Yeah, Mike, I got a little bit of them. It's still a little flabby up under here, but I didn't. When you live on the second floor of a two-family, I'm bringing up laundry, I'm bringing up groceries. Yeah, I don't sling those bags of mulch and dirt anymore. I cut them open and empty them slowly until they get light enough to dump out the rest. But I got a little something going on. Yep. I can't be still and quiet looking at replays. Yeah, I do that too till I drift off to sleep. If I'm sitting still too long, I will shut down. As long as I'm moving, I'm fine. That means my adrenaline is pumped up and I'm all right. But once I sit down and get quiet, when you get quiet, you get still. And see, I have to prop my legs up, keep the circulation excuse me, going and what have you. So I'll drift off to sleep. And half time, I don't know. I went to sleep till I wake up. I wake up, lights all on. Or it'd be just the opposite. The house be pitch black because I just slept too long. TV watching me instead of me watching TV. Yeah. Yeah. I be watching replays and what have you. I'll still go to sleep. I can go to sleep so easy now. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm used to trying to catch up with sleep because when I was working. I was working at a hospital. I was working anywhere from 12 to 18-hour days. Okay. So sleep deprived we were. All right. You try to work in 3 12s or 3 18s in a row. Shoot, sleep is not your friend because you don't get enough of it. Now I can go to sleep as much as I want to since I'm retired, and I take full advantage of it. I taught my grandkids how to take a nap. When they started getting on my nerves and I need some peace and quiet, they had to take a nap. Now they in the habit of taking a nap. And my granddaughter, who's pregnant, she'll take a nap in a heartbeat. She'll beat me to sleep. We'll be sitting there, so I'm gonna take a nap. I look over there, she didn't even hear me. She already sleeps. So I'm a pro when it comes to taking naps. I know I was listening to who was that? T-Nog. She said she don't do naps. She don't take naps. I was like, I understand. You don't need them. Don't take them. I need them. Oh, it's a Granny Journal saying hello to everybody. Everybody talking to one another. Who else in here got PJs on? I'm not sitting that easy, and I still go in for 3 hours, 3 days a week, or get up walking before it gets hot. Yeah, Cheryl, I was watching your wellness video. I was watching you walk. I think you was waiting on somebody else to join you, but they didn't show up. But you went on ahead and knocked that out yourself. I had that in my notes about you and your wellness fitness regime. So hey, I wish you the best in it. You know, getting healthy is no joke. Uh, Before the live started tonight, I was talking to my friend. He was like, they just rushed his friend to the hospital. He had a stroke, and he don't know how bad it is, but he's gonna go check on him. But then another friend called and said that his girlfriend, who's a nurse, came home and found him passed out in the floor. And so they rushed him to the hospital, and he came to, and then he wanted to go outside and smoke a cigarette, and they told him no. Then he was calling everybody to see if they could come get him and take him home because he can't do what he want to do in the hospital. And everybody's telling them no, they're not trying to be enablers. They trying to say, man, we want you to live, and you trying to kill yourself. So health is a big issue nowadays. You got a lot of folks who won't give up bad habits, even though the doctor tells you that you could die. And they feel like they're invincible and they're not going to die. They're not going to listen to the doctor. And he got a couple of friends that are like that right now. And it's sad to say, he said, I'm just keeping my black suit, clean. Because at the rate they're going, that's exactly what's going to happen. So being fit is a big issue nowadays. I'm not sitting that easy, and I'm still going in for three. Oh, okay, I read that. Hey, my internet son, what's up, bro? How are you? Yeah, it's too hot outside, CC. Yeah, yeah, you can exercise inside. I got weights right here. Ah, these little weights, and I'll sit here like this sometimes and work out. You don't have to try to be in the gym trying to work out, trying to look like Mr. Universe or Miss America, and working out. You can do this watching TV. You can do this at any time of the day and night. I keep everything right here by me so I can kind of work out. And I got these because I was having problems. I got a frozen shoulder right here, and I'm trying to work it out. I never smoked, but my mom did, and smoking is really extremely hard habit to break. It is. I used to smoke, but that was like 40 years ago. I prayed on it. I humbly and vehemently prayed to take the taste of cigarettes away from me. And Jehovah granted my prayer. But I went to eating sweets, and I had to learn how to control my cravings. And I stopped smoking, and I was good after that. I haven't picked up a cigarette, didn't have a relapse, and it's been a long time ago. So you got to want to do it. It's just like anything out here. People can tell you how to live your life and what you need to do in order for you to extend your life. But if you personally do not change and do it yourself, don't make a difference. LP, thank you for stopping in tonight. I appreciate you coming in. They have to want to stop. They're going to have to change their way of living and their habits, the way they eat, exercise, whatever. You have to want that in order for it to happen. Can't no one make you or tell you to the point whereas you're going to say, oh, I'm going to stop. And then once you stop, people don't need to keep rehashing if you have a relapse. Not everybody is strong as you are. So therefore, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt, even if they try to do it. Okay? Encourage them. Once you see that they're trying to do it, then go ahead and encourage them. Try to be their backup. Hey, excuse me, I got to stop for a hot minute. Me. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do. And I stopped there and I did it in a different key. So thanks everybody for coming in tonight. For the ones who put their PJs in and falling in line, I appreciate it. Y'all to be nice and comfortable. Hopefully you got something cool or cold to drink so that you can enjoy the rest of your evening. Yes, indeed. I know in some states we're a little ahead and some are a little behind. So here the time is 7:16. So I know what the time in Texas and California is different from ours. So some people are still dealing with the heat of the day, whereas we're trying to casually cool down. Um, the temperature has dropped, but the humidity hasn't. So it still feels just as hot as it did earlier because it keeps raining on and off. So I hope everybody is drinking enough water because I got that right here too. And I'm going to take a swig. Oh, loving you. I know that record, Retired Gardener. I know what it's like. I ended up in the hospital for 4 days for being dehydrated. I got sick once and I got so dehydrated I had to be hospitalized. So believe me, I know what it is to stay hydrated. PIA, hello, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. All right, you folks, drop your channels, MSOG, let folks know where they can find you and they can show you how much they love you just a little bit, okay? And showing you love to your channel, see what you're growing. I love the harvests that you guys are coming up with. Y'all harvesting squash and peppers and cucumbers and oh my goodness, them blueberries and what have you. Who was that watching? Bull Family. Man, my boy was dropping blueberries like he had his own supermarket for real, for real. Him and his son was out there. I just love watching you guys do that. Um, oh, she in here. Finally. All right. G Mama Grows. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I really enjoyed your live earlier today. I wanted to get a full view of the rabbit, but I couldn't see the rabbit. But congratulations on your 1 year today for your YouTube episode. Mary Grow with me. Hello, how are you? Yes, indeed. Anybody else in here with PJs on tonight? I know a handful of you guys are wearing PJs. Are you comfortable? Are you cool? Are you staying hydrated? I got a whole list of questions for you guys this evening. Tien is in here. Oh, okay. What's up? How are you? Glad you made it in tonight. Yeah, tonight was supposed to be PJ night, okay? For everybody to just be in their PJs. And I'm figuring as hot as it is outside, just about everywhere now, even the cooler states are starting to get warmer. You don't want to wear a whole lot, okay? Because it's hot. You're trying to stay cool. I don't even care if you got central air or air conditioners that will have your house feeling like 40 below, you still are not wearing a lot of clothes because you just feel icky and sticky and you just want to be able to breathe. Oh, you ready to put yours on? Well, thank you, Cheryl. Get comfortable, enjoy your evening. Yeah, and some places it's still hot and people are really trying to stay cool, stay hydrated. And I know we're not eating real heavy. This is the time of year where you eat a lot of fruit, like watermelon and apples and peaches and pears, because they're all in season and they're being harvested this time of year. I want to hit the farmers market this weekend in my neighborhood because they have this one stand that has these big old Alberta peaches. They be so sweet and good. And they come from the southern part of Ohio. So we try to support our local farmers. What you say, Lala? I work from home, so I wear PJs all day. I hear you. Oh, Lord. Broke now. That was TMI. That was TMI. I'm not even gonna repeat what you just said, bro. But you and your version of PJs. Okay. All right. And I was laughing. I was watching one of Led's videos, and I was laughing at Led Farmer because he's telling it the truth. He's like, normally when we go out in our yard and our gardens, we're not fully dressed. We got house coats on, PJs, and they even had videos where him and Lady Led was out there. I think they was planting greens or something at the old address, and they had on their house coats and PJs, but they had on the boots. That was so funny. So yeah, and when I go water my plants out here on the porch, I have my PJs on. I mean, it's not like I'm mooning somebody. So yeah, you're comfortable. And he's right. When women walk in the house from wherever, first thing they do is kick off the shoes. Next thing they coming out the bra. You're trying to get comfortable, okay? Woo, all willy nilly, for real. It's just human nature and habits that we have that once you home, if you don't have to go out anymore that evening or that day, oh, you're gonna get comfortable because you at home, barefooted, whatever. It's you gonna strip down to the nitty gritty, as my mama used to say. Grungy cruise. Yeah, it's too hot for PJ. It's according to what kind of PJs you got on. I got on PJs. It's like it's a gown, and it's quite cool. I'm not talking about the wool stuff that you put on. Oh, like in the wintertime. I mean, you got summer PJs and you got winter PJs. I got tank tops with the little short shorts to wear, you know, and they're comfortable because normally later on in the night it gets cool and you're looking for a sheet or something to throw over you. But you got all caliber of clothes. I mean, you got sweaters and turtlenecks for the wintertime and you got tank tops and whatever in the summertime. So you will dress accordingly if like I say, some people wear birthday suits. And I hope no one comes up flashing in that. Superman wore his underwear on the outside. Mike, why do I even read your stuff? I should know. Between you and David Corey, y'all be off the chain. Okay. I did that when everything was on one floor. Now I have to go upstairs. Okay. Well, I had to come upstairs to get to my place, but once I get up here, everything's on one floor. So, yeah. Sammy Joe, what's up, baby? How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Everybody saying hello to one another. Yes, indeed. Just trying to stay cool. It's hot. It's summertime. But I love it because, soon enough, we'll get winter here a lot faster than the southern and warmer states will. So I'm enjoying and sucking it all up. I know I'm getting nice and toasty because I have been putting on sun tan lotion. I don't want skin cancer just because I say our melanin is dark and we do absorb heat a little less. Does not mean that we don't protect our skin. Put a little on your face, your nose, you put it anywhere that's exposed to the sun. You should put it on You should put a hat on, you know. Um, and sometimes I wear something long sleeves to keep from being pricked by certain flowers and dealing with mosquitoes. But I made me a spray from a mint flavored mouthwash with a little peroxide and dishwashing liquid, and I put it in a bottle and shake it up and spray myself, and I don't have any problems by being bit. Mosquitoes and most gnats and stuff do not like the smell or taste of that mint mouthwash. A little cheap bottle from the dollar store. Yeah, tank tops and shorts for a minute. Then I'm coming out of all that. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Yeah, when you out and about, yeah, you gonna be cool. But once you get home in the privacy of your own home, yes indeed. Oh, that's a wrap. It got to go. There's a pile by the bathroom door coming out of everything. Just it's I call it my strip tease time where I can just have fun, like, woo, yeah. Yeah. The analytic gardener. Hey, sweetie, how are you? Glad you stopped in this evening. We're supposed to be having pajama party tonight, but we only got a handful of participants. With you cutting grass and listening, that's all right. I hope that you have a hat on your head and that you got a bottle of water or some kind of container of water with you so you can stay hydrated while you outside. I just came inside. It's hot. First thing I did, water, and I let them girls free. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I said. Kick off them shoes and whoo, we everybody know. What was that movie? The young lady was doing the dancing. I'm a maniac dancing on the floor where she's sitting there talking to the guy sitting on the chair backwards, and she's sitting up there taking straps off, and she slid her bra off, and he was like, it tripped him out. Yeah, yeah, it's funny. Oh, yes, indeed. Everybody has their own way of getting comfortable. They do, and then you cool for the rest of the night. Let me see. Let me touch on a few things here. I know people have been having storms everywhere. My rain bells have been refilled twice. Okay. I lowered the level in a couple of my rain barrels by watering plants in containers. Right now, I'm having problems with my um, Black Beauty eggplant. It's getting a lot of flowers, but it's not getting pollinated, and the flowers are dropping off. So it's in a pot. So I'm finna relocate it somewhere else so that it can get pollinated, so I can get my eggplants. My peppers are doing fine. They dropping peppers. They're growing everywhere. I had a disrespectful raccoon that snatched all my chocolate cherries off my tomato plant, which kind of PO'd me. But I got some chicken wire I'm finna wrap around it because I love my chocolate cherries. What you say, Mike? I did 3 hours yard work yesterday. Was in the 70s finally instead of the 90s. Okay, all right. And we've been getting in that eight. Like it was 88 yesterday and 87 the day before. And so we had the rainstorms today. And that's what normally happens in Cleveland. Once we get 2 days in a row that's over 80 degrees, we always get a rainstorm. Never failed in all the years I've been out here gardening. Oh, that's right. That's right. You in summer PJs and flip flops. That's right, Miss D. Everybody's got wardrobes for all. If you're in a state that has more than one season, you got the wardrobe for it because you have to be able to adjust to whatever the temperature is. You're not gonna wear a wool sweater in the winter, but come wintertime, if you have snow and cold, you definitely gonna put it on. So yeah, you got wardrobes for whatever part of the seasons you have. If you only have one season pretty much all year round, like California and Florida and what have you, you will make the adjustments. They have shorts and tank tops all year round. They might have a sweater or two on a cooler nights, but pretty much they don't have snow boots and parkas and stuff like we have here up north. Uh, All right, folks talking to one another. Oh, Maria Graham. Hello, sweetie. It just dawned on me. You talking to Mike, but I was like, wait a minute, that's Maria. Maria Graham, good evening. How are you, sweetheart? I'm having the same problems, Michelle. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's got disrespectful animals or heat or whatever. One virtuous woman and one virtuous watchman. Well, thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. And also drop MSOG so you can drop your channels and let people know where you can be found. Okay? Let folks know where they can find you and see what you're growing this time of year. Because everybody's got harvests going left and right. Unless you live near Reno and Lake Tahoe, they have to deal with lots of bears. Ooh, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Yeah, well, my problem here. Shantireman is in here. I missed that. Well, hello. Glad you made it over here tonight. I have problems with possum and groundhogs groundhogs during the day, possum and raccoons and deer at night. And sometimes during the day I have problems with we got chicken hawks, ravens, crows. We even got a bald eagle. I have a park at the end of my street. They don't know where he came from, but we actually got a bald eagle. He's People have actually taken pictures of it to verify that we got one in our park. And they're watching them too. They're making sure no one tries to do anything to it. But and in that park, there's a big lake, like man-made lake, and they got an island in the middle. And we have the Canadian geese that comes here. They go to the island and they lay their eggs and have their babies. But in that lake, we got all kinds of fish. There's turtles and catfish and all kinds of creatures in the water there. So yeah, so we got a lot of stuff flying around here. We had herons and they were eating out. I used to have a real nice pond, but because of the animal life, my backyard started looking like Wild Kingdom because the waterfalls that I had in there was attracting too many creatures. So, and they ate all my fish anyway. I had some nice koi and shabunkin and goldfish. They ate all that. So that was a wrap. John 74. Thank you for coming in this evening. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit will be greatly appreciated. Yeah, the groundhogs are past disrespectful around here. I've actually, they look at me like, what you putting out? I'm going to get it as soon as you go in the house. You got a mockingbird eating your garden worms. Oh, I got woodpeckers. You can hear them sometimes. They'll wake you up. We still got those old wooden poles, utility poles, and you can hear them back there hitting them. Yep. Oh, I got snakes. I got the little garter snakes, but some of them get pretty big. I have rustled. I have been working in the garden. I hear some rustling in the leaves, and then you know how you stop. You're trying to hear where it's coming from. And then you go move the leaves back, and I've had one about this long, and he's about that fat. They don't bother you, they sliver and go somewhere else. And it's been one day I had a wooden plank in the yard that had been there for a minute, and I decided to finally move it. And when I flipped it over, it was a snake, and it had to be 1,000 babies. I was like, okay. And I dropped the plank back over them, and I left, and I said I can go work another part in the yard. Do you know when I came back less than an hour later, I decided to pick the plank up again? They were gone. That mama took her babies and found a new resident. But I don't know how long she had been there to have that many babies. But I was like, I'm good. And I leave them alone because they do eat the bugs and stuff in the yard. They don't bother you. They don't attack. They don't bite. They just want to be left alone. And I leave them alone. We actually have gas hawk eagles sitting on our fence. I've never heard of that. Whoa. The chat. Wait a minute. That chat just jumped. Always wanted fish. Wait a minute. I mean, that chat jumped on the fence, I promptly took down. We have nothing like that. What you have. Oh, okay. All right. Because I was reading that, and all of a sudden the chat said, shoo. It was funny. Squirrel was on my roof looking down at me, screaming like I was in his yard, his garden, everything I wanted. Every time I water, he has a fit. Well, we have copper snakes and rattlesnake. Copperheads, ooh, yeah, they're poisonous. I was watching who's at Homestead Heart. How at one time she used to have a problem with the snake. She don't have it now, but what? Killed 65 of my meat. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Hey, honey slanger, how are you? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, raccoons are destructive. Like I went out there today and I was, I had extra buckets and jars that I put out when it rained to collect the rainwater. I went out there. They can't knock out over my big, 55-gallon rain barrels, but I always had the little small buckets and stuff. And I pour a little 511 in it and water my potted plants. They knocked over every bucket and jug I had outside. They dug up in around my, what was it? I got a couple of pepper plants out there. They dug up in there and they just dig into stuff. They don't, and I mean, oh, I had some, what is those things? Not scallions. Oh, shoot. I had an onion. I had some onions planted outside. They pulled the onions out and they didn't, no, shallots. That's what it was. They pulled the shallots out the ground and bit off the root. Left the top, left the bulb, bit off the root. I said, I can't even replant this and let it keep growing because it had gotten to be a nice sized shallot and it ate just the root. I was like, really? That, as TLC always say, that's just disrespectful. Oh, poisonous and tumble snakes, but they're huge and way up north. Ooh, other folks got snakes. Yeah, yeah. And what is it? T-Nog said she saw a snake for the first time after all the years she had been living there. Let's try gardening. Hey, hello, good evening for stopping in. Raccoon harass BB Garden. Yeah, yeah. I like watching her show. Was scary. It was bold. Yeah, yeah. You got some snakes out here don't care when they get hungry. And you know what? If you see little bites in your fruits, your vegetables, it's because they're also thirsty and they can't find a source of water. Yes, they killed them. If they would eat them, it would be bad. We don't have problems with chipmunks and rabbits because of the hawks and other birds that will eat them, will swoop down and eat them. So I haven't seen a chipmunk in so long. I forget about chipmunks until I see them in somebody else's yard. Yeah, chipmunks and rabbits we don't have problems with around here. They eat them. I've actually seen birds sitting on, up in the tree, and all of a sudden they see a bird, or I mean a baby squirrel or a chipmunk, and you can almost hear them go. Ch-ch. Then you see them do a nose dive, and then you see the wings come up and they snatch it and swoop and go up like that. Keep on going. I was like, oh well, circle of life. I was like, yeah, you won't be in my garden. I won't have to worry about him walking across the telephone line in my backyard. What Stacy said, I'm going to sit on my deck now and look for that rabbit. Okay, I know you sitting out there lock and loaded. You out there with a pew pew trying to knock them off. You can come over here and get these groundhogs. These, have you ever seen how fast a groundhog moves? They might be fat, but they can move. Let me come out the side door and he's messing with one of them water jugs. He'll take off running. I was like, oh my goodness, they are fast. I never seen a fat pudgy animal that fast. Love our king snakes and rat snakes. Appreciate what they do. Right, right. I understand that. Yeah, because they're there for a purpose. Like you said, they take out those rodents and what have you. Are they poisonous or once they eat up everything in the area, will they come out after you or pick something else in your yard they might attack? Because I know they can't have that many, rats in the area that once the population is knocked down, what happens to them? Oh, okay. Folks is asking about a description on a king snake. Are they black and white? So they come in different shades? And well, they might be because of the what they call it, male and female. You can tell them apart from sometimes their color in their shadings. Guava. I can drink some water. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mike, I had you down talking about your basil and your bumblebees. Your basil really look good in that tour you did um, indoors. That was nice as well. And congratulations, broke over for your 6,000 plus subscribers. I know your numbers have gone up. Even my numbers has gone up. I'm like, ooh, that's a good feeling that people still take the time to watch you and enjoy your content, you know? Okay, everybody talking about art. Okay, about the snakes, what colors they are. Hey, I'm biased. I was laughing so hard at Led Farmer. I love the hat you made for him. That Led Farmer 73. And then he had Led was trying to call himself helping you out, talking about you need to sign your hat and you need to do this, that, and the third. Folks are saying in the chat, look on the inside, look on the inside. And he finally looked on the inside and it was like, bam, unbiased LLC. I was like, they never underestimate a woman when she has a craft. She's definitely going to sign it. She's definitely going to sign it. She's going to put a tag in there some kind of way or somehow to let you know that's her work. Hey, Grace Grimes, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Yes, indeedy. Uh, Honey Slinger, you still got some honey? I need some honey. I make this homemade dressing for my salads. Oh my gosh. My girlfriend, she used to make it for me all the time, but she gave me the recipe and I use fresh garlic from my garden, apple cider vinegar, um, salt and pepper, any kind of herbs you want to add to it, um, and honey, and Dijon brown mustard, and mix it up. Oh my goodness, that makes the best dressing, and it will not agitate your stomach. You will not have heartburn. You will not have GERD. It is so good. What was that? Suck a tough job. Okay. GT is in the house. Hey, sweetie. How are you? Okay. Yep, I see it. Everybody saying hello. GT grows it Alaska. All right. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in this evening. In the retire. Okay. Everybody's saying hi. All right. Let's see. CC, I watched your video about the pink sky after the rain that day. That was so pretty. I really enjoyed that. And I also like the reminder from T-Nog about the color coded bread ties and the numbers on your veggies, so you know which ones are organic, which ones are hot house or whatever they do with it. And I think the other one is like GMO or something. When you're looking at your labels, read your labels. Take the time to read your labels. You either read your labels now or your hospital bill later. That's a heck of a choice, because a lot of this stuff they got out here has got so many chemicals. Like she was reading, she was looking for some sausages, and she was reading the ingredients on them. And you have some that'll say, ground pork and this and that and the third, but everything that was on the ingredients you're able to pronounce and you know what it is. Then when you get to this hydro something, this, that, and the other, those are additives and stuff that's not going to agree with your system. And so you need to stay away from that. So it doesn't take but a hot second to read the labels to see that you're buying real food and not artificial food because that's pretty much what it is. If they're adding all that other stuff, you got 1% meat and the other 90%, 99.9% of something that you can't even pronounce. Yes, CC, it was. Yep, I really enjoyed that. And who was I listening to the other night? I forgot who it was, but was listening to the fireworks and they got chased by the frogs. Uh, was that PIA? Was that you? Where you and your daughter was out there listening to the fireworks on the 4th of July and y'all started screaming and running because the frogs was coming out? That was funny. I was like, frogs. I was like, then I thought about uh lady Led. She doesn't like the frogs either over there on the island. No. Oh, you in Canada. Are you close to Brampton, Sammy Joe? Up there in Canada? I don't know if she's in Nova Scotia, but I know she's up in Canada. If you're familiar with Brampton Gardner. Okay. Hands in the dirty. Yeah, okay. Y'all got a private joke going. All right. That was official Jamia and her daughter. Okay. All right. Thank you, Unbiased. Yeah, I knew it was somebody with their daughter, and they had me cracking up running from the frogs. I was like, was the frogs that big, that deep? No, it wasn't you. Okay. Not the frogs. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Like I said, we watch so many videos sometimes. I was outside actually watching the fireworks at the park because they normally have a big display of fireworks in the park. So I was sitting out in the yard. I had them on my phone, listening and watching them while I was listening and watching the fireworks over here. Who else? You Grow Row. She did that fruity brandy where she had the apples and pears and the sugar and the raisins. I'm gonna try that when I get abundance because I like to go sometimes to the farmers market and get bushels of fruits and stuff. And so I'm dehydrating a lot more stuff. And I want to try this fruity brandy. I really do. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask, and I had asked Gina, but YouTube sent me this partner program. Is anybody in that or heard of it? Where I guess they dropped the numbers of subscribers you have. It used to be 1,000 that you had to have in order to get into this program, but now it's like 500. So they said that you could get in for what is it, ads and to get monetized for certain ads that could be run on your channel and some other stuff. I never heard of this until they sent an email to me. So is anybody else familiar with this YouTube partner program? If so, in the chat, please let me know what's going on. I know Psalms 146 was on earlier. I know she be in the bushes trying to do Stacy with that rabbit. She has to cook and prepare for her family. So I do understand it. No, that's in Ontario. It's about 20 hours away from me. Ooh, okay. All righty. Say just because y'all in the same place, state, don't mean that y'all know each other. And I understand. Okay, well, just wondering. You have coyotes. My son lives in Los Angeles, and okay, there you go. Congratulations on the partner program. Okay, so y'all saying that, but that still ain't helping me any. What is it? I mean, who's familiar in it? I don't know. Okay, that's monetization. Congrats. I wish I could. What? My thing still says 1,000. All right, no, mine said 500. They changed the subscribers to 500. Okay, so GT said do the all right, say do the program. Okay, the partner program. All right. I didn't know. Like I said, this is all new to me. So I'm just oh yeah. Oh, we been having skunks around here too. Oh, country hustle. The house across the street must have grubs in their yard because they had a couple of them from over there last night. Man, some kids came out, tried to scare. Well, they did scare, and they sprayed. They sprayed. It was horrible. It was sprayed. You know how you got to shut your windows and doors. It don't do any good because he's still coming in your house. Ooh. Okay, analytic. You said congratulations. That's your money. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. Hey, Sassy. What's up, girlfriend? The experience with Sassy. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Okay. Oh, just got to sign up, Miss Shirley OG. Okay. All right. Well, this is why I'm asking you guys. I didn't know. I never heard of it. All of this is new to me. I'm learning little by little. I watch the rest of y'all, but I don't always necessarily understand it. Now that it's come to affect me, I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. So that's why I put it out there in the chat. That's why we got this community. We kind of, help out one another when we don't know. I don't know, didn't know. So now I know. And yeah, and I will apply. What you say, LP? Good to see everyone. We'll catch you later. Have a good evening and congrats on getting the monetization offer. I heard they changed that. Well, thank you so much, LP. You have a good evening. Stay hydrated. Okay. Have a good one. All right. Thank you, y'all. I really appreciate that. Yes, now you can have 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. Oh, you don't have to have a 4,000, just a 3. I still ain't close on a 3,000 as far as watch hours. I'm really trying to get that together. That's why I try to have my Thursday nights for at least 2 hours to kind of help on that, trying to pump out, some more videos, whether they short or long, trying to get in there. Hello, man was playing basketball here at work. I heard Miss Shirley's good news on the partnership program. Back to the court. Well, thank you for taking that hot minute out to do that. Greatly appreciated. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Um, all right, so I guess as new stuff happens, I will be checking back with y'all to keep up with what's happening. Cause I'm like, okay, I did not know. Y'all schooling me. Y'all teaching me. I'm learning. I'm learning. Let's see. If anybody, I want somebody to come up, but you gotta have your PJs on. That's what the night was about. Just being relaxing and having your PJs on. Nothing risque. No nipples showing, and whether male or female. Being casual and comfortable. Okay. You'll get there, Jeanette. You'll get there. Slow but sure. You'll get there because I was the same way with me. I was just wondering when I was going to happen. I stayed at 300 for so long. I had almost just gave up. And it wasn't so much about being monetized. It was just that I felt folks wasn't watching, so yeah. Okay. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying. Okay. All right. Good evening, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
All right. How the doggy doing?
He's doing about the same. He did pretty good at the vets because when we had to go off to help with a grandchild and 4th of July, we bored him,
Okay.
and he does okay there. But he has to go to the vet. He's kind of holding his own. He still does all that coughing, so he's not getting any better.
Oh. Well, I hope he'll be all right. I
Thank
really
you.
do. Yeah, hands in the dirt, no nipples. Don't do it. No. Ryan, good evening. I don't think I've ever seen you here in my life. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy the content and welcome to the garden community. Hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. I see you waving, CC. Hey,
Hey.
girlfriend. I love since you cut your hair. I just love that shortcut on you. I know it's a lot cooler too. It.
Oh yeah. I usually have it short. I just let it grow out in the wintertime. And then in summer I gotta have it short.
I decided to water myself.
Uh-oh, she froze.
I poured water on me.
No, I'm saying Miss Shirley froze.
No, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's getting ready to storm.
Uh-oh.
We've been getting little storms, not bad.
Yeah, we had storms earlier today.
We've still got. I'm in Georgia, so we've got some strange weather with the rain coming from south to north.
Yeah, y'all been getting all that weather over there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Listen to this. Mike talking about I was going to go up, but you said no.
Uh-oh.
Boy, he ain't got the good sense God gave him. All right.
Yeah. He can't show his naked hands.
Yeah. So, CC, what's the temperature there now in Texas?
It's 78.
Oh,
it's nice.
Yes, I was finna say it hadn't been that cool in a while.
It's nice. It's though, but it's nice because of all the rain we had today.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The temperature came down for a hot minute, but then the humidity went through the roof. I was sitting still and I had water running down my side, but I said, why am I sweating? I said, I'm not even moving. I'm not even doing anything. Right. But that humidity just.
Yes. Yep. Uh-oh.
That humidity is something else. I watch a YouTube channel that's in Texas. And he was saying they had a little sprinkle. It wasn't nothing, but it was so much cooler afterwards.
Right.
He's got longhorns and horses and stuff. So he's got different animals on his channel. But he's crazy. I enjoy watching him. But I could never I couldn't handle any of those big things. Maybe a chicken if I was in the country, but I couldn't do any of the other big ones.
Right.
What part of Texas are you in?
I'm in Houston.
Oh, okay. So you're further over than Longhorn Lester and the Morrow clan. You're further.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the southeast side of Houston. So, yeah.
All right. Y'all keep popping in and out, but I can hear your conversation. Even though you're freezing going out, I can hear y'all talking.
Well, you seem to freeze on us, so we just talk.
She keeps freezing on us. Good night, Stacy.
How many years have you been gardening?
Almost 7.
Okay. This is basically my first year.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got clay soil here, so.
Apparently parts of Texas have clay soil. I don't have it, but parts do.
GT says it's 59 degrees where he's at in Alaska right now.
Ooh.
That's probably warm for him, though.
Yeah, that's a heat wave. Sammy Joe said it rained here for weeks straight, and today it went to 95 degrees. It was hot. Wow. Yeah.
Hey,
Juicing with Jay. Hey, babe. Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate it. Got that package.
I thought it would be more people up here with their pajamas on.
Yeah, this is that pajama dress thing. So you can wear it like a dress or a day, whatever it is, or, you know.
I thought.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's crazy here. Whew. Oh my goodness. It just feels good to just be free. And the women know what I mean.
Yes.
Hey, Miss T with the T. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, Miss
Happy to
T.
have you. And thanks for stopping in this evening. I'm glad you did. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. So, girls, did I say so that you like me just what?
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Greatly appreciated. Mike says it's a nice 73 in Minnesota because I know they were hitting 90s real tough for a while too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, his outside garden tour was nice.
Wait, man. Here go Juice from Jay. Tell me how we know what you mean too. Oh, yes, indeed. I'm near the Dallas area and I have clay soil also. I
See?
know I heard a lot about the clay soil and I've seen it in Georgia. And knew at one time a lot of pregnant women would eat the clay soil.
Mm.
Clay soil has a lot of nutrients in it. They said women used to crave for that red clay. I've never gone that far as eating it, but I heard a lot of stories because my mom said she ate some. So
I know the red dirt in Kansas, a lot of them ate the red dirt. I don't know if that's considered clay too. I don't know.
I don't want to eat dirt.
Me
Not
neither.
not on purpose.
No, no mud pies, none of that.
Uh-uh.
red dirt in Kansas?
Uh-huh.
History. Yeah, we can't keep popping in and out. It's
Probably your weather over there.
oh, it is. It is. It's I hear thunder in the background.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear thunder.
our
I
thunder's
hope I
like
make
9
it through.
miles.
Yeah, I hope I make it through my life because I
Uh,
know at one point it was I think it was Sunday. It was during Miss Linda's live. I was
Mhm.
on there and it got so bad. I was like, I'll see y'all later.
Mhm.
Because I
Mhm.
started turning out lights and turned off anything that was electronic. You know how you said when you was kids, you get real quiet in the corner somewhere until it pass over. And it only lasted for about 10 or 15 minutes. It roared through here. I mean, it rained. It rained so hard you couldn't see across the street. And
Mhm.
less than 15 minutes later, the humidity just said, phew.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. And it flooded. My sister, I'm living like at the top of a hill, and my sister
Mhm.
lives down at the bottom of the hill. And she said that whole area down there flooded. It was just like
Wow.
flash floods because the
Yeah.
water was coming down so hard and coming
Mhm.
down that hill that the drains couldn't take all that water that was coming down there. And they had police down there blocking off main roads because they said it washed mud and dirt down the road, down the
Mhm.
hill, and trees were falling, and and the trees was taking out electrical lines and stuff. We've been, it hasn't been a whole lot, but what comes has been very destructive.
Hmm.
And very destructive. Jones Truth, thank you. Hello, thank you for coming in this evening. Lala said, I think the clay is high in iron or some other nutrients. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, it is. It is. It's just like adding Epsom salt to your tomatoes and peppers because of all the trace elements that's in it. So that
Mhm.
helps them out with blossom rot and a few other things. So yeah, and see that's what people don't seem to understand what organic means. It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that it's not just not sprayed with insecticides or herbicides. It's also the benefits that you get from it. Like they tell you that when you juicing and you
Mhm.
juicing raw, you're getting all the natural nutrients and
Right.
and vitamins out of it. And they tell you don't peel it. The peels have most of your nutrients and vitamins in it.
Right.
yeah,
So
that's what they told us in Weight Watchers is eating the whole fruit is better because you get more nutrients and things that you need in the whole fruit than you do in just juicing it and just
Mhm.
drinking.
right. And I've seen people take like the skins off of oranges and grapefruits and whatever and make candy out of them. They candy,
Yeah.
So they're using the whole piece of fruit. You might use the seeds to try to start another plant with it. You're drinking the juice, you know, and the pulp of it, you could throw it in your compost pile. So
Yeah.
they don't seem to understand that. Like right now, I'm having problems with my lemon balm and my oregano is going to seed, and I'm getting ready to cut it all back and let that go to seed. That lemon balm, I'm trashing. That lemon balm is popping up in places it should not be in. Lemon balm gives a whole new meaning to the word invasive. I got a lady 2 doors down asked me to come down and look at the plant that's growing in her yard that she never seen before. It's lemon balm.
Well, see, my lemon balm it didn't run or nothing. I had it in my garden because I wanted it to go everywhere, and it didn't. And actually, when I went to pull it up, it started acting like it wanted to die out. When I tried to pot it up, it didn't want to be potted.
Well, I need to do a video on it because I literally have an area that has disappeared. You don't even see what else is in the area.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'd like to have it in my yard just to keep the cats out, but I don't want that invasive of a thing all over my yard. And I'm not that fond of lemon.
Oh, I would love it. If I could have a grass full of lemongrass, oh gosh. I mean, if my yard was lemongrass, that'd be fine.
Oh, well, honey, I can package you up some and send it to you. How do you say? DM my I'll pack up some. I'll wrap up some bubble wrap and say, send me your address. You can have all the lemon balm you want. Oh. Seriously. Oh, yes, indeed. I'm trying to get rid of it. And then I saw some that went to seed, and I tried to grab all the seeds off before they dry, because as soon as the wind blows, they're gonna take them all over the place. But I was like, no, it's super. And I put it in a raised bed, not thinking it's a mint. It should stay in the pot. Like I have my spearmint in the pot. I got peppermint in the pot. But for some reason, I did not pay attention to just because it said lemon balm. It was going to be okay in my raised bed. It took over the raised bed. It's choking out stuff in there. I'm pulling it out. I got a rose bush and I got a really pink, pretty rose bush. My lilies. It was choking out everything in there. It just got it. The first year, it was pretty. The second year, it got a little bigger. The third year, it was like a Hellcat. It just, and I was like, what the hey? It just took over.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, Sandra, living a full life. Hello. You see a whole new perspective slid in there? I see her now. Hey, babe, how are you? Nice to see you. And Growing with Hudson slid in there too. You did a great job today with G Mama Grows. You did a really good job. Proud of you, girl. G Mama Grows felt out of place because she's normally doing all the back behind the scenes stuff, and this time she was front and center. So, yeah, and so I'm glad Hudson was there. Hudson and Black Tropical Homestead and the other moderators that was there. Thanks all of you, from me to you guys, for really working with G Mama Grows today, because she's always our backup, helping us out. So to have her on to do today, it was really nice. And I really appreciate all the gifts and cards and well wishes that you sent her as well. It just kind of made her day. So thank you all in the chat who really participated today with G Mama Grows. And that's why I love our community. There's not a selfish bone in anybody in here. If there's a selfish person in here, it's because they're a troll and they ain't got no business being here.
Right.
Other than that, I just say all you got to do is say you need, or you want to try, or you like. Just put your address in my email, and if I got it, you got it.
Right.
If I don't have it and I find it, I'll send it to you. Somebody was asking about a video. Okay, that's all right. Something else they must have been talking about. Roro, what's up? Good evening. Thank you for stopping in this evening. For all you new folks who just slid in here, please hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit will be greatly appreciated. So I know you're constantly harvesting stuff in your garden, CC. When will you start your winter garden? What month do you consider winter? Because here in the north, our winters hit like November, December. So
well, we'll be fall next. So I've already started planting some fall stuff.
Okay. All right.
I just have to put it in like shady area, and then the rest I'm gonna probably start indoors. So I can just put them out like the end of August. I'll put them out because the ground will still be warm, but it'll be kind of having like cool temps in the in the evening, so it won't be too hot.
Okay.
So,
do you use a lot of shade cloth?
Yeah, I use the shade cloths I have. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah. Now I just saw a question with someone who was asking about. Oh wow. Cut the L plants in hand. Okay. All right. So I see. That's what I'm talking about. I saw a question about someone who was asking in regards to their cucumber plant with the male and female, and they was telling them how to cut them back and pollinate the female so that they can get some plants. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the biggest problem right now. If you got a shortage on bees, which means they're not pollinating your plants, so you have to actually hand pollinate some of them. I mean, sometimes you got it's a dirty job, as they said, but somebody got to do it.
Right.
Okay.
I had a lot of bees when they have, like them little white flowers that be all over your grass and everything.
That's called clover.
Yeah. Now they were all over, and I'm thinking, oh yes, they're gonna come to the garden. But then after the clover was gone, they left.
Right. And that's why they tell you in regards to planting flowers. If you notice, I have a lot of flowers around my yard because it attracts the bees.
Yeah.
Hey, vegetable garden.
That whole pool of flowers, and I'm getting more wasps instead of bees. I'm like, okay, the wasps just taking away the caterpillars, but I need the bees to pollinate.
Now, don't sell wasps short. Flies, wasps, butterflies, and bees, they all pollinate now.
Okay.
People don't like it, but if they land on the flower, they're going to pick up pollen.
Okay. Yeah, they go through our flowers looking for
it's just like, you ever seen the big black ants? Big black ants.
Uh-oh. Oh. Weather must have got worse over there.
That helps them open. So don't think that you are. And so I thought too at one point that it had to always be bees. And it's not. I've seen wasps, I've seen flies, I've seen butterflies, I've seen just about any winged insect can land on your plants. If they go inside a flower, they can take that pollination to another plant.
Okay.
So it's not always bees that pollinate your plants. And a lot of people say, ew, that's nasty. It may be, considering, what flies and stuff do, but that's nature though. Who are we to question how things happen? If they get pollinated, they get pollinated, because some areas don't have bees. They might have a lot more wasps, so you never know.
And I saw somebody that was on one of the YouTube channels talking about taking a Q-tip. I think it was with squash and going from the female to the male.
They do it. Makeup brush, all of that stuff. Sammy Joe was saying you can put a hummingbird feeder out and they would really help to pollinate your garden too. Yeah, I got a hummingbird feeder out, and I have a pair of hummingbirds. I call them Fred and Ethel Merks. And they do come out and they go into my different flowers. I have flowers out there for them too, and they like them too.
Okay.
If it's not too hot, sometimes they won't produce. That shade cloth will help. Yeah. And just like I watch my hydrangeas, they look wilted during the course of the day, but they're not wilting. They're shutting down temporarily. It's called respiration. And once the sun goes down and it cools off, they perk right back up.
Yeah.
So plants have a way of conserving energy and moisture as well. But the bees are the ones that make you happy. Yeah. Yeah, honey slinger. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not always pretty, but it's productive.
Right.
And like Growing Hudson say, wasps love her corn. See? Yep. Yeah. Jones Truth, go to the dollar store. I got my hummingbird feeder from the dollar store. Do not get that red stuff. I just use regular cane sugar and water. The more sugar, if it's almost syrupy, the more sugar you add, the more the hummingbirds like it. Do not put all that other crap that they have in that they're trying to sell. You don't have to put red coloring in your hummingbird feeder for your hummingbirds to drink from it. Just put your sugar and water, and they're quite contented because I've been doing it for years, and Fred and Ethel still comes around. Yep. So you like them names, huh? CC?
Oh yeah.
Passionately intrigued arts. Don't be discouraged. That's the word I was looking for. My hummingbird feeder, I put it out for the first couple of years. I didn't get hummingbirds. And then all of a sudden they just popped up. See, they don't know, your address. So sometimes it take them a minute before they pop up, but they did. And once they find out where there's a feeder at, they come back every year. I don't put it out in my state for Ohio. I put it out June 1st. And honest to goodness, they came the same day I put that feeder out. I couldn't believe it. I was like, they should be, the cooler days pretty much is leaving and we're getting some more warmer days. They popped up and I was so happy to see them. And also put it in the same place. Do not change where you put your hummingbird feeder. They will not come back to it. They are a bird of order. You got to put your hummingbird feeder in the same place every time you put it out. You said that's what happened to my okra plants withering during the day and perks up later. Yeah. So that's just how it works. Yeah. Give them time. Then the hummingbirds will show up. I use 4 cups of water and 1.5 cups of sugar. Okay. I use a lot more than that, but it seems to work out. So whatever formula you like, I put it like this. Whatever works for you. That's how you do that. Whatever works for you. Hey, growing out the box. Okay, you're listening and driving. Please be careful. Keep your eyes on the road. We want to see some more of them good old videos. Yes, indeedy. But those hummingbirds sure tell all their friends. Yeah, they do. Have you ever watched Robbie in California? Her hummingbird farm. She got over 2,000 hummingbirds to show up at her. They got nests everywhere up on their window, up in the eaves. Robbie got hummingbirds coming out the wazoo. And I took some of her tips and they actually work. Let me tell you, I got one of those, it's like a garden stake that you had a little hook at the top.
Yeah.
Where you can I stuck one in one of my flower pots right underneath the hummingbird feeder. Ethel came and she drank and she sat on it.
Yeah, I used that for mine too.
It tripped me out. I was like, oh snap, that worked.
Yeah. they rest on it.
Oh, so I started watching Robbie a lot more after that, though, because she has
I've been watching her for years.
Yeah, I've been watching her too, but I had really never paid attention to hummingbirds until I put my feeder out and they started showing up. I'm itching just thinking about that red food color. Yeah. That red food color will send a person into anaphylactic shock. Why would you want to give it to your hummingbirds?
Because they're not a person.
Yeah, food coloring is detrimental, period. You know, it's not made for human consumption.
I know, but it's good in red velvet cake, though.
Yeah, it is, and I do use that for red velvet cake. Yeah, and I like the cupcakes better.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That cream cheese icing.
Oh, stop! Little buttercream mixed in there with it too. Oh. No, Hudson. No, it's not the feeder. Mine grew the second year I had it out there. It did, but I wiped the bottom of it with some alcohol, and I never had any more problems with the ants. The big black ants, they can't get into the hole. I had a few little ones that got inside. I dumped that out and put some fresh in there, and I never really had problems that much with the ants. And I've been having this out here for years. So no, ants wasn't, long as it's not dripping that water, that sugar water onto whatever it is below it, I don't have any problems with it. And the hummingbirds, they don't lose a drop. When they drink, they drink. They don't drip nothing. So I don't have that problem with it. I love watching Robbie. Oh, PIA say you watch her too. Yeah. Mike says he has one and he makes his 60-40, 60% sugar, 40%. That's right. I'll say everybody got their own formula. Mine worked for me. I got one of those huge glass Pyrex measuring cups, and I just pour sugar in there until I get tired of it. Then I add some water, and I use bottled water. I don't use water from the sink. I'm bougie with my. I use bottled water. I don't use the chlor because it's chlorinated, you know, coming from the sink. Not to say, you know, everybody's water is different, you know, but I can almost smell the chlorine in my water when I first turn it on, you know. So I let it run for a minute before I even wash dishes and stuff in it. But I'm bougie. I use bottled water with my. I use bottled water for my cat won't drink nothing but bottled water.
Oh my goodness.
I put some chlorinated water from the sink once because I was too lazy to go get a bottle of water. And she looked up at me like, what's this?
All you have to do is pour it in that bottle. She won't know the difference.
Oh, my cat do. My cat do too. I had to pour it out, rinse it out.
Oh my goodness.
She got a stainless steel food bowl and water bowl, and she watched me pour the water into her water can and she drank.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mike say she's spoiled.
Yeah, she is. I mean, y'all didn't see her come up, walk behind and sit behind me. She is. And when she sits there, she'll be sleeping. I'll reach back there and scratch her behind her ear or rub her head. Yeah, she is. She right. That's my fur baby. I'm a claimer. So she get on my nerves. Is that her channel name? Just Robbie? No, it's Robbie and something. I forgot what her husband's name. But I guarantee you, if you type in hummingbirds or Robbie with hummingbirds, it'll pop up.
Yeah, she's been on a long time.
Yeah. Right, because she's the only one that does that. Okay. Yeah. Growing out the box said he just got 2 large feeders and 4 nest. Hummingbirds are excellent for insect reduction and bird repellent. Yeah, they are. They're good for eating mosquitoes.
Yeah,
I don't have problems with mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yes, Robbie and Gary.
Had to give my baby his nighttime medicine.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody pulled it up. Robbie and Gary. Gardening. Okay. Yeah. About the hummingbirds.
Yeah.
So for anybody else who want to just go and check it out and look. In my rain barrels, I go to the pet store and they have what they call feeders. And a lot of people buy feeders. They're like little miniature goldfish. excuse me, and they buy them like for their turtles and other, amphibians that they might have. Well, I'll buy a bag full of $1 worth, and you get quite a few for $1. Well, it's up to $2 now. You get quite a few. Take it home, let the bag sit on the water so it can acclimate, and then turn them loose in there. You get three things. You get the real 511, because fish poop ain't nothing but 511. They eat all the larvae for any mosquitoes that lay their eggs on the water. And third, here they freeze in the wintertime. So when they thaw out in the summer, that's your super juice. And some people take them out and bring them in the house and put them in in an aquarium in the tank and overwinter them and multiply them, and then they have their own supply of feeders that they can take out. But any place that you might have stagnant water, throw your feeders in there, you never have to worry about mosquitoes.
But we have stray cats here, and I have like open barrels. Okay. So they'll be sitting there dipping and eating the fish probably.
Well, I have open barrels. That's why I had that groundhog that fell in it. I did a video on the groundhog that fell in my rain barrel. Yeah. And I had a lid on it. He knocked it off.
Oh, gosh.
Good night, Lisa. Have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Come back and see me next week, please. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what you got to do.
You're going to bed
to lay down. No, she did not got to get caught. She got her PJs, so she took straight cozy to a whole new level. Would you say growing out the box, you put the feeders in the blueberry area to keep other birds away? Yeah, because that is something else I learned about hummingbirds. They are territorial. And if you get anywhere near their babies, they will go at you like nobody's business.
Yeah, we had 2 different kinds of hummingbirds one year, and the big ones won out, and they ran off all those pretty little ones.
No. Well, Fred and Ethel, they ain't no joke. They were fighting when they first got to the bird feeder, because reason I could tell them apart, most male species of birds are the colorful ones because they want to attract the female.
Right.
So Fred came first, and he has a red stripe around his throat, and he's got a pretty white chest. Ethel is all brown. She's bland as all get out. She's boring. So that's how I could tell them apart. And then he showed up first. And then the following year, she showed up, and they were fighting. They were going at each other. I ain't kidding. I ain't never seen nothing like that. These little hummingbirds was going at each other over the feeder. And I had company. And it was funny. They was like, "Ooh, you got hummingbirds at the feeder." And I was like, "Okay." And then she was like, "Ooh," she started back and she said, "They fighting." And they was zooming in, and they was going at it. And then I figured, I was like, this is not a love ritual here. But then after a while, Fred started.
After a while, he won her over.
Right. Yeah, we had some woodpeckers that was fighting for a female, and she was just sitting on the branch, and they were just going at it, chasing each other from tree to tree.
Okay. Yep. All right. CC, you started out saying something, and then y'all went out.
You went out.
Well, on my screen, all of y'all went out. Okay. What were you saying, CC? Can you remember? Can you repeat it?
Yeah, I was saying we had some woodpeckers that was into it with each other. 2 males was fighting over a female that was sitting there on the branch, just watching them just chase each other all over the tree for her.
All right. Now, in this area, we have a lot of trees. We're known for the trees, and we don't have fencing. Most people's yards are open, and the tree line is what it is, trees, So since I have bird baths and what have you, I have a lot of different kinds of birds. I have blue jays, I have cardinals, I have
Yeah.
sparrows, I have finches. I have all kinds. I have a plethora of birds of different variety. And there was some worms. I had moved a tarp that had some dirt on it, and I moved the tarp, and I seen them sitting up on the phone lines. The Blue Jays was on this end, the Cardinals on that end. And you know, Blue Jays get loud. I mean, they squawk.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
get real
They
loud.
let you know when they coming.
Girl, do you know they was out there going at each other, squawking? I was like, oh, they throwing shade back and forth at each other, trying to figure out who gonna get these worms. So I came in the house and without the hallway window to see. Girl, it was like the Crips and the Bloods going at each other for these worms in the backyard.
Well, have you ever seen them get like all go after another bird?
Yeah,
together?
yeah.
It was a chicken hawk.
They one to death in the yard. Yeah, I
Well,
found
it was a chicken hawk that had came the week before and had took one of the crow's babies, and oh my goodness, all the crows was trying to get the baby, and it took off with it. So the next time this chicken hawk came around, all of the birds, I was sitting outside and I didn't get my video camera out fast enough, but all the different types of birds all went after this chicken hawk. I mean, the crows and the sparrows, everything.
They was trying to get that predator out of the neighborhood and get away from their babies and stuff. Well,
yes.
Yep. They all worked together.
They did.
They all worked together. Well, Mike says, I got one cat who lays on my steps like it's his house. He chases squirrels lazily. Squirrels get high ground and taunted. Like, nana. What GT said, Fred got the girl. And that's why I named them Fred and Ethel Mertz. Yeah. They are interesting to watch. Yeah. I trip out company all the time because I have a nice little outdoor furniture out on the porch. And so, like, when people come over, I said, let's sit outside. We'll play a board game and I'll make some cheese and crackers and we'll have a couple of glasses of wine. And I'm used to the hummingbirds. You know, they've actually came and sat on my head. You know, they didn't got used to me. They don't run. If I walk out on the porch, they don't take off. You know, they've gotten used to me. And I'll be sitting there and I hear the hum. And I was like, oh, that's the hummingbirds. What? And then they look, they say, oh, it freaks them out. They're like, oh, you got hummingbirds at your hummingbird feeder. I'm like, yeah, you know, like it ain't no big deal to me. Yeah, I never seen one in person. You know, that's so cool. I was like, yeah. Oh, so it you know what fascinates me is what really fascinates other people. Because in the backyard, I have two different kinds of buddleia, or people call them butterfly plants. And I get all kinds of, you know, monarchs and all kinds of butterflies. And people be like, oh, wow, you got all these butterflies. And I was like, yeah, I have a little bit of everything in this yard, you know. And people come over and they stand around. And it's like, I never seen this before. You know, I normally you have to go to a nature park to see this kind of stuff. And I was like, no, you got to go to a nature park.
Right. That reminds me when I went, it was somewhere in California. We went to one of the zoos and they had raccoons in one of the cages. I'm like, is that one of the pets they come and say? I'm like, raccoons in the times. Yeah. It was in the zoo. It was like one of the, you know, displays at the zoo. And I'm like, they don't have raccoons out here. Yeah.
GT, I having problems here. We got a storm brewing, and that's why mine keep going in and out. So yeah, it's not gonna stop until the storm finish passing over. Chicken hawks are real. Wow, I thought they only lived on cartoons. No.
They're real.
No, what he said? He said, I say, boy, I say. Right. No, Longhorn knows. Yeah, them chicken hawks is real. Yeah, you do. Yeah, it amazes people when they go in the park and they see different birds and stuff. I never knew how many people are really oblivious to nature itself.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, when you hear people talk about it, you look at them like, you want to say, really? But then you have to figure out, they're living a sheltered life,
Right.
or they don't go any further than the house and the store and back. So like I got a membership at the Botanical Gardens, and as long as you have a membership, you can go to any botanical garden in the USA for free.
Oh, that's nice.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. If you have a membership to the botanical gardens in your state, you take your card, and any botanical garden you go to in the US of A, you can get in for free.
Wow. I wonder if Mona know that, because she has one down the road from her.
Well, the only reason, excuse me, I know about it because I've actually put it to the test. Because I got people all over the US of A, and when we go, first thing I want to do is go to the botanical gardens.
Oh, okay.
I did it in Cali, Florida, Georgia, Baltimore, New York.
Oh, wow.
Jersey, Michigan, Texas. Yeah, I've done it in quite a few states. I've actually used it when I went to Punta Cana, and where else did we go? We was in Punta Cana when we went to the DR. Yeah, we went to Dominican. Yeah, they was like, we don't normally do that here, but they say, you like flowers. Go on. Yeah. I'm gonna go stand there and argue with him. I was like, hey, free is free.
Let's see.
Yeah. Wasn't the tiny chicken hawk trying to eat foghorn leg? Yeah, always. Yeah, he was gnawing on it. And that's why he kept saying, I said, what you doing?
So would.
Oh, now here go GT talking about, I want to see one now, see if the cartoon was right. Lord have mercy. Only a man would come up with that. Oh, that is so funny. I want it. Come on, G Mama. I was trying to, and she talking about she wanted to see it too. Okay. And she'll say, yes, I did. I had one as well. Longhorn is an actual chicken breed. Yeah. Okay. Cheryl says she went in Denver. Okay. And in Houston. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's some advantages to certain things that we deal with. How many people in the chat are familiar with their extension program for their state?
Oh.
Okay. Janet probably went to sleep.
I was actually finna get ready to get down myself. I can go and eat.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got less than 20 minutes and then I'll be through for the night. Did I eat either? I had the other day I had a rotisserie chicken, and I said, I just don't want to eat this chicken just like this. I said, let me put my little, spin on it. So I took half of it and shredded it up. And then I cooked some boiled eggs, made some boiled eggs, and then I got some garlic and onions and relish and salt and pepper, mayo, the whole 9 yards, and made me some chicken salad.
Yeah.
Light to the point.
And rotisserie chicken is good for chicken salad.
Girl, wait a minute. I've been sitting here. I just ate the last time I had my crackers. I was dipping. My granddaughter, she laughs at me because I have everything I need right here. Okay. I don't have to go anywhere.
See?
And she laughs at me like at her baby shower, she gave me a bottle of champagne. I got a corner left on my check.
Oh my goodness.
I have my peanut butter. I got about 20 bottles of water sitting here. I know I didn't drink one, so I'm working on another one. So she said, you don't have to move or go too far. If I could put the bathroom right here, I'd be all right.
See, that would be good.
I was like, I got my exercise equipment here. After eating all this stuff, I need something to work it out. Now,
he's familiar with it.
Oh, yeah. I told you, wait till you get to be my age. You're gonna be the same way. You don't have to walk too far for anything.
See, I should have done that. I should have brought my food here. All right, well, I'm gonna get down and get in the chat.
Okay, but I was gonna say, what you're fixing for your dinner, is it coming out your garden?
No.
Okay. I ain't mad at you. It's hot. Sometimes it's just too hot to cook or fix anything. If you can get something that's quick and easy, I understand. I ain't mad at you. Okay, you see what I got? All right, I'm good.
Right.
I ain't got to move. I want to lay down and go to sleep. I'm good for the night. Well, thank you so much for stopping up here.
I enjoyed our pajama party. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. I do. Anybody else want to jump up here? Come on with it. Bro, come, but have some clothes on.
Right.
Okay. Don't want to see them. All right. Good night, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh. Okay. What you say? I called about growing onions and other stuff, and I knew they were wrong, so I hadn't called them again. I need to see if they anything about grants and stuff. Okay. Well, you know what? Now, you don't always talk to the same person every time you call. So GT, call again and get somebody else, or not ask like everybody else. Or let me speak to your supervisor. Brooke said he's very familiar with his extension office. Yeah, so some of them got some pretty good extension offices. Yours might be a little different since it's in Alaska and your weather is somewhat on a peculiar specter, GT. So I don't know what to tell you. Just call back and see if you get somebody else who might be a little more knowledgeable about, the workings of it. What you say, Mike? You say, wonder if the wife will let me keep a mini fridge by the sofa. Well, if you could disguise it as a table and put a lamp on top of it, you might get away with it. See. And my granddaughter talk about my little area here, but when she wants something, she'd be like, Grandma, hand me that. I'll be like, no, that's mine. Remember, you can go in the kitchen and get you something. Oh, put the link here. Okay. All right. I saw it, Cheryl. Hold on. Let me put this water down. Yeah. Gina, after she didn't walk me through this enough, I've actually learned how to do it. Okay, let me see. Control V. Let me hit it. It's not good. Next county is good. Okay. There it is, Cheryl. I dropped it in there. Jeanette says her extension office is not good. Next county is good. Well, that's what you do. You call around till you get it. Who'd you say, my good idea? Don't tell your wife I gave you that. You have her mad at me. I see you, Cheryl. Hi. Hey, good evening. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. I went and put on my gown too.
I was your African dreamer. That's nice. You're comfortable though, aren't you?
I was comfortable in my clothes, but my thing is, see, when I go up them steps, I don't come back down them steps because I got that bad knee. We don't do up and down the steps.
Look at him. What is you doing?
What's up, GT?
Back in your car, GT.
What's up, y'all? Yes, ma'am. I'm backing up driving. Yeah. About to end this shift and go to the second job real quick. But
you making all the money. Are you leaving anything for anybody else?
They can have it all. In about 4 more months, I'm gonna be on something new. I've been working. I can't do no video. I can't do nothing because my wife said. My wife she told me you better get it together. I said, all right, baby, I got it. You said that's your dream now.
You can't take yourself to basketball at work.
Say that again.
You can't
Yes,
take
sir.
yourself playing basketball at work.
Oh, I gotta play basketball. I'm getting older, so I gotta keep my body moving. Yeah.
Well, I understand that because I'm doing the wellness, health, whatever it is. I'm walking. I don't need to lose weight. I'm a buck and a quarter. I don't need to lose no weight.
You say buck in the quarter.
I'm just keeping myself moving and propelling forward.
Being
Like
active.
Auntie Ellen.
Yeah.
When I get that age,
Mhm.
I want to be able to move just like she moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Miss
why I'm on the second floor. So believe me, when I'm going up and down these stairs, I get my exercise in whether I want to or not.
Well, see, the only time I have to go upstairs, see, I got to go to bed upstairs. I don't have no bed down here. I got all these heathens down here.
Yes, girl, they're looking like Wild Kingdom up in their own flowers.
Yeah, but see, ain't none of them edible, but I got a whole lot of them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do got 3 little different pots up under a grow light over there, germinating, trying to get some more seeds to put in the backyard.
Okay.
Before I don't have no grow season.
Yeah.
GT,
GT, with your temperatures, like, excuse me for cutting you off, Cheryl, but you said your temperature is only like 59 degrees there now.
It's 55 right now, though.
Oh, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. 55. Okay, all right.
It's getting
So,
cooler.
oh
We
wow.
won't get no warm. We won't get any warm weather until next week, I believe. And I think they said it's gonna be 71. One of the guys at one of the homes that I work at, that's what he was telling me because he know I'm all about gardening. He was like, "Guess what, GT?" I was like, "What?" He was like, "You're gonna have a good week in your garden." I said, "For real?" And he started telling me. He was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be partly sunny, and then it's gonna stay up around this time." I was like, "Oh, okay, then, dude." So yeah, dude.
You can grow
Yeah.
brassicas down there real easy, huh?
Yes, I have. I definitely got collard greens and Swiss chard and all that out there. Yeah. I got that. But Miss Shirley,
Yes.
what happened was I called the extension office, and I'm asking them about. I was like, okay, so when should I start my onions? Because I didn't quite understand how onions bub. I didn't understand it. So I'm asking them, and they was like, well, we're gonna send you to they said he's like the guru or something like that. They use a term that made me think, oh, he know what he's talking about. So I called him. This man tells me, oh yeah, we started him in the spring and something else. I said, what? He was like, yeah. I was like, let me ask you something else. I asked him another question. I was like, and how long you been doing this for, Alaska? And I can't even remember what he said, but I haven't called back anymore because he's supposed to be the guy. And I asked him about Air Larry, and he was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, and then I can hear him pushing something on the computer, and I'm like, "Oh, so he lied on his
He Google it, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that, partner. I mean, but goodness gracious. But yeah, that's why I haven't called back. But then I was talking to one of my dad's friend, and he was telling me, he was like, well, have you looked into grants? I was like, grants? I was like, no. He was like, yeah, they got some grants for Alaska if you're gonna grow in the ground here. And I'm like, what? So there's a couple of grants that I should have looked at months ago, but my wife told me that I have a dream and I'm not fulfilling that dream because I'm doing everything else. And she said, now if you say you want it, baby, now, and she she my soldier, and she keeping me accountable for what I say. So I gotta do what I'm told.
Well,
yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna be able to complete what you start. You got to stick with it from the beginning to the end, GT, and that's your backup.
She got me. Yes, I'm glad I married that girl. That girl she got me on my P's and Q's for real.
She know what she doing. Yeah. She's trying to help you out. She helping you to achieve your goals. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But you know what? On onions, There's two ways you can do them. You can grow them from seed, which will take maybe a year or two for them to get to flourishing. Then you can get the ones where you buy the bulbs and the little starts and grow them from there. So yeah, because people think that if they plant seeds for onions this year, they're gonna have onions this year. No.
Okay, but do you leave them outside? I mean, now we get cold. We don't get, well, we do get snow, or what they call snow. But can they stay outside? Because I don't want to bring. I got enough people in my house.
And leave them outside.
Yeah, that's what I mean, they're gonna be above ground. Mine ain't gonna be in the ground because I don't have no ground. I got concrete behind my house.
Well, right now I'm getting ready to do a video. I got onions I grew from last year in July, and they've been in there almost a year, and they're ready to come out, and I'm finna harvest them. But the ones I had from seed, the animals didn't let them stay, and they were just about ready to grow. I mean, to be pulled too. I had red onions.
Mike, did you leave your seeds outside? And you talking about 40 below? We don't even get that cold.
Look, he got a house coat on. This ain't house coat night like it's at George. This is DJ's.
So you left them outside for 2 years?
So this ain't night wear?
See, you said house coat night is your night. I said PJs.
This is my PJs. I got my drawers on under this.
That ain't PJs.
I'm almost 50. I go to bed in my drawers, sir. Come on now.
My son 22 will go to bed in his drawers.
Hey, but look, that extension office thing, that's really real what GT was talking about. Because after I took those classes with the extension office and those people, they focus on grass, they focus on bugs, and they focus on trees. That's they big things. That's what they get most of their calls about, grass and trees and things like that. They don't get many calls for people growing fruit trees and growing vegetables. So
those are homeowners, not gardeners.
Yeah. So and flowers. They know a lot about flowers. So that's why people in those offices don't know about these things because people never call for them.
Mike says his onions survived a 40 below. So
did you plant them in the fall and then leave them in there? They came up in the summer and then winter again, and then they came up again.
GT, I'm gonna give you some bad advice, GT. But this is one of my crazy opinions. We plant onions in the wait. Are you planting onions to eat or pest pressure?
To eat. I already did it. I already did it, okay, man. I'm just talking about my experience. But I want to hear your bad advice, though.
Yeah. Now you plant, well, down here where I'm at, we plant onions around November, and then we harvest them right now, or probably at the end of the last month. So that's no pest pressure for the summertime. So I'm gonna plant onion seeds probably tomorrow, and we're gonna go for
yours from seed.
Yes. You did it from seed, bro?
It's different in Georgia, though.
I'm
not hot as he is.
It's straight from seed. I didn't put bulbs on. The onions I pulled this year was seeds. Oh, matter of fact, these are the ones I'm gonna plant.
I got those.
Well, I
got onion seeds too. So Mike said he did his for 2 years. Well, he planted them in the fall, let them grow, and then die back and left them outside, and they came back, and then he got them. He planted in spring of 2022.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can do that too. But first off, I don't believe in soft neck and hard neck garlic. I mean,
I bought. I'm gonna plant in the fall.
I'm gonna plant what I want to plant. I don't care about.
I don't know about that one, bro.
I don't care. Look, these right here, I wasn't supposed to plant down here, but these are the same ones that got them 3-pound onions I harvested.
Well, see, I don't know the difference between soft and hard neck. Now, what I do have garlic back there now, but it's garlic from the store.
That's what they were, Nick.
But all onions need to go through the stratification process, right?
Yeah.
So before you pull them, if they get some cold, whether you plant them in the summertime or in the fall, what difference it make?
Yeah.
I know I'm blowing y'all mind on this. Slow down.
Slow down. That's why I'm asking.
I just stuck stuff in the ground. I didn't even pay attention when I did it.
Yeah, I mean, I just harvested my onions, but I don't eat onions. So if I'm planting onions for pest pressure, why am I planting them in fall? By the time I harvest them, that's when the bugs come out.
So you plant them in the spring and you harvest in the fall, or you harvest?
No. This is my first year trying this. I planted them last year in the fall. I just pulled them up, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna plant onion seeds to see what they do. Because before I pick them, they're gonna go through the fall and the winter anyway. So what's the difference?
Oh, so you need to pick up till next year. Okay, I got you.
And I need them for the pest pressure, right?
Okay, I got you.
They're about to
create seed, right?
Huh?
They're gonna seed up, huh?
What you mean?
It takes them a year to get the bulb, and then in the second year is when they totally fill out.
Huh?
I did mine from seed in January. I started some from seed. Now I got some bulbs from Dixondale Farm. I planted those outside too. But I took mine because my wife, she was opening the garage door and the grow light fell on my plants. So I had to put them outside, but it looked like they bulbing up. Looked like they doing what they do, and those are from seed. So I'm really like feeling some kind of way.
How big are yours?
In January?
Yeah, I started them in January. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's stratification because it's cold as devil and last.
No, I did them in the house now, Miss Cheryl. I did them in the house, Miss Cheryl.
GT, I'm confused on what you're saying because I planted mine from seed in November. I've already harvested them. How big are yours?
No, mine will not be able to be harvested until like August or September, I believe. I started them in January from seed inside the home, but I have this seed.
No, I'm asking, are they starting to bulb up?
I think so because of their long day. They get triggered when the day gets shorter, and the day is shorter now since I put them out. So I'm hoping that I have about 3 or 4 leaves coming up or whatever. So I think they're making a transition to bulb up, I think.
Do you do the same thing with garlic?
I put my garlic in like November, something like that, because mine's won't. From what I understand, I use soft neck, and they turn to mush.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but I didn't know any better, and then I used
the hard way. Because I planted the onions and garlic together, and it did the same thing. Onions showed up, garlic just disappeared. It didn't come up at all. So
why do we have all these rules on garlic and onion? Why do we have all these rules?
I know. I just stick them in the ground anytime I feel like it. If I got some, I stick it around the garden beds. I stick it in the pots. I stick it, and once I break up the clothes, I just stick them anywhere. I don't pick no. Like I said, I put them in there last summer this time. Most people said don't put them into the fall. No.
Well, I did this from the store. It's growing out there. So do I leave them in till when? Next year?
When they start dying out from the stem. Yeah. When the stem browns and lays over, they ready.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's garlic from the store, and I'll have another bulb?
Yeah, it should separate. The bulb should separate in there.
Okay. So will I have them by like November or so?
When you planting
them? Early last month.
What's that date on that? Is it 9? GT, I know you
9 months.
9 months.
9 months. Yeah.
I don't know. I just wait for them to start dying over. I don't keep up with no timetables on growing nothing. Sweet potatoes, white potatoes. I don't keep up with no dates.
Yeah. I'm planning whenever. Plan whenever and just hope you get a harvest when you pull them out.
All it says is fresh garlic. It don't say hard, soft. It don't say nothing. It just say 3 bulbs.
Oh, look, I cooked something the other day with my own garlic. I peeled it back. It looked like butter, and I smashed it and chopped it up. It was goddamn delicious. I was patting myself on the back. I said, "Look at you, boy. You are somebody."
But bro, how do you like garlic and don't like onions?
I know that's right.
I don't know. Onions are disgusting. They slimy and like they swimming in your mouth, man. Who is eating these things?
What onions you eating that's slimy in your mouth? I ain't never tasted slimy onions.
They slimy to me. They're like snails going across your tongue or something. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I've never experienced.
And that's exactly how I feel, Shirley.
I hear people say that about okra, but I ain't never heard nobody say that about onions.
But now I don't like slimy okra unless it's in peas or beans, like black-eyed peas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't get slimy. The juice from the beans soak up unless they ain't cooked right.
Or fried okra. I like fried okra too.
I like fried, but I prefer it cooked in beans or.
Baby girl, you said I'm the same. I love garlic and hate onions. How is that possible? Garlic is a lot.
Onions taste horrible. Garlic tastes delicious, and garlic pulls out a special flavor that I like. I don't know what that is, but I just love the taste of garlic and everything. I don't know. I'm weird. Come on, man. Y'all know this.
We got you.
DT, that lady just heard me say something weird for the first time.
I bet you Farm says I never knew so many people hated onions. I've been hearing that a lot lately, and I haven't heard that. I love most people I know will eat a raw onion like an apple.
Exactly.
I tried to give away as many onions as I can. Nobody wanted, and my onions are huge.
Yeah, okra. Yes.
I come down there and get them. I saw you pull them up out the ground.
Yeah, they in the shade. Come on, get them.
Duval. Hey,
you're welcome to it.
I love it. All right, y'all. Well, as much as I love y'all, we didn't pass the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, J3 done came on.
Yeah, y'all kind of boost my ratings on there this week, being my pop-up guest star. So I thank you.
Congratulations.
Hey, now look, Shirley, wait now, you about to get monetized. I need to get a couple of them dollars off you now. You talking about we boosted ratings?
No, I got to learn more about this because
now you got to learn.
I seen the email. I didn't know whether or not to click on it or not. I'm serious. Come on, now I think you're right. Why you think I do like that?
Right, now you got to learn about it.
Bro, you got all them folks. You tell me what's that all about? Okay.
I got a lot of bills, Shirley. It ain't how much money you make, it's how much you spend. That is not a joke.
Oh, you ain't got to tell me that. Try to do it on a retirement check. I know.
You see all them fruit trees back there? I had to bushel lots of money for those of them.
Yeah.
All right, sir. I appreciate you allowing me up to hang out with you on this glorious Thursday evening, Shirley.
You are my internet son from the beginning. Thank you so much for even taking the time to even come up and say hello to your dear mother here. I appreciate you all the time. And your video that you did earlier today, I was like, okay, that harvest was awesome. And I was laughing. I was like, there go the more nasty yellow pear of tomatoes. I don't like them. That's all up in your basket.
Look, I like them, but it don't matter. They come back every year now. Mine
reseeded. There's some I must have missed, and they popping. I got one growing out there right now. I'll let it grow, and I'll give it all away. I won't eat not one. I'll give every last one of them away.
And look, before y'all leave in the chat, show Miss Shirley you like it just a little bit and hit that like button.
Yes, please.
Just a little bit. All right, Shirley. All right, GT. All
right. Good night, all. Thanks once again, GT. Take care of yourself, sweetheart. Keep it moving.
All right.
And I hope
have a good one.
Feel your dream.
Oh, it'll be here. Good night.
All right. Night. All right, y'all. I'm gonna say good night as I roll up out of here. Been over 2 hours and 4 minutes. Duval, Sammy Joe, passionately intrigued. Art, Mary Grow with me. Gina versus Gina, my other internet daughter. Veggie Farm. I saw you in that book with G Mama Groves that she showed today on her show. That was nice spot for you, honey. Hey, La, my girl, Mike, growing with Hudson, my Renaissance mama, as she always say, deuces. Good night. Come back and see me next Thursday, same time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And please hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. And as I always say, have a good evening. Y'all come back now. You hear?